Hey guys, David here, and welcome to Digital Outlook. Guys, some big time news came out in this digital asset space today that is really worth mentioning. So, HBAR and Litecoin, guys, they got their first ETFs approved while there was a government shutdown. And I'm going to tell you what, that gives me a lot of hope that we're going to see probably and maybe even before the week is through, maybe in the next week, the XRP ETFs. Guys, Canary Capital went out there, they got their ETFs approved, all this kind of stuff, and it is going to be, according to Eleanor Terrett, and I'm going to put the link of that article right down in here, it's going to be open for trading tomorrow. Now, when that happens, guys, I think we're going to see a big spike. Now, we saw a big spike in HBAR today, just with the news that the ETFs were approved. Well, guys, it would not surprise me to see XRP's ETFs all following suit like dominoes and happening way faster than what a lot of folks expect. Now, just the other day, I was throwing out there that I heard that the ETFs for XRP got pushed into November, like November 14th. But guys, this might actually blow that out of the water if in fact we literally get to see the same kind of, applications that were filed for these ETFs were filed for XRP's ETFs, and it would not surprise me to see the spot XRP ETFs come out anytime at all. And guys, if that happens, then we're probably going to see a big pump in XRP, and in the short term it can fly. Now, when that does happen and we do get that initial big pump, it wouldn't surprise me to see a lot of profit being, scooped off the table as well. And we could see it just come back down and tag support. But guys, I don't think that's all the steam that's in the engine. I think we're going to see between now and the end of the year a major move in XRP. And oh my goodness, I'll tell you what, would I love to see all the dominoes set up in a row like our good friend Jake Claver has said, and watch them fall and be at a $100 XRP by the end of the year. Wouldn't you love that? I sure would. And in fact, Jake was calling for a $750 XRP by the end of the year. And we want him to be right. But guys, I'll tell you, either way, this is really bullish news for this space, and especially for XRP. And we have been saying all along that, look, when in doubt, zoom out. Take a broader view. Don't listen to all the fear, all the uncertainty, and all that doubt. Because, guys, of course, when you're listening to all that stuff, it's so easy to get your focus clouded. Why did you get into XRP in the first place? Did you get into XRP to complain about the 10-cent moves here or there? No, I suspect you didn't. What you and I have been into XRP for is double digits, triple digits, quadruple digits. That's why we got into XRP, because of its long-term utility and utilization and how it is going to have such a massive impact on this new digital economy. That right there is a humongous deal, and we have all the fundamentals that you would even want for any kind of asset to see that happen. Guys, we've said them ad nauseum. And you know what they are. I mean, you've got the legal clarity, of course, the ETFs when they come out. You've got the utilization with a lot of institutions around the globe. I mean, SBI over there in Japan, massive. Santander as a partner. The Royal Bank of Canada partners with Ripple. So many partners. And of course, we got all of these SPACs coming out buying billions of dollars worth of XRP. Now, the big question that always comes out is, well, if they're out there buying all this XRP, why haven't we seen a move in the price big time? Well, it's because, of course, when you're dealing with these major institutions, they're buying it OTC, over the counter. And one of the big investors into Evernorth, of course, is Chris Larsen. Chris Larsen himself holds a massive bag of XRP. And he literally put it in there and sold it over to those guys. So it did not hit the markets. It did not hit any kind of thing. He actually did it over the counter, and so that they could fulfill their, what they were looking to do. Put in that 366 million XRP, that $1 billion worth. But guys, they're not the only SPAC in town, as it were. There's over 10 of these SPACs out there, these special purpose acquisition corps, and all they're doing is accumulating XRP. Can you imagine that? I mean, they're raising all of this dough. And if these whales are willing to throw down that kind of money, I'm telling you what, when we get into doing our hundreds and thousands of dollars, and yet all these fuzzers want us to be literally terrified of putting that money in there when we can see literally the proverbial writing on the wall. Guys, Judy and I, we're not spooked. We're not scared. We're nothing but thrilled, bullish, and excited because we've been in this space a very, very long time, seen every kind of up, down, sideways action you can imagine, and we've been holding on because of what? Our convictions. That's what. Guys, it's not just been, of course, all of the, this one says and that one says and all the sentiment. Sentiment has driven the price. Zero doubt about that. Sentiment's very powerful, but it is also very volatile, right? Because, we see Jerome Powell come out here. He's going to deliver a speech for the FOMC and about the rates. Well, before he even finishes his speech, the market's going to react to that. So sentiment really, volatile as well. So guys, that's not where we put a lot of our confidence. We put our confidence in the fundamentals. And the fundamentals for XRP, as far as I'm concerned, are absolutely screaming. They are screaming. You cannot miss it unless you're willfully, totally deaf and blind to it. Either you got a bias against it or you're totally oblivious out of it. And think about this. How many opportunities in your life have you missed either because of your bias or because you were oblivious? Well, I'll tell you what. Missed out on Bitcoin. Judy was telling me about it. I wasn't listening. And it became one of the greatest appreciation assets that the world has ever seen. And my bias had kept me out of it. Okay. Another big one that we missed, of course, was the advent of the internet. Yeah, look, I was having kids when the internet was coming out. Most people looked at the internet like it was kind of like a toy, a novelty, a joke. And in fact, you even have folks on primetime TV making fun of what an email is. And you can go see this stuff on YouTube. That was the prevailing attitude. And of course, missed that. Missed out on the social media phase when all the social media was coming in. And you could have got in on, Facebook and some of these other ones really, really low. Missed out on that. Guys, tell you what, not missing out on this one. Not going to miss out on it. The first bull run that Judy and I were a part of revolutionized our lives. This one, I believe, is going to revolutionize the rest of our family generations. That's what we're hoping for. That's what we're planning for. And we're looking down the road to see it. And guys, I'll tell you what, we want you there. We want you to make it. You've heard me say it. I want you standing right there beside us in that winner's circle when we cross that finish line. We are this close to it, guys. This close. Don't let yourself get fudded out, shaken out, or any of that. When in doubt, zoom out. And guys, I think you're going to see the big picture, and it is a big deal. So I'll tell you what, until tomorrow when we have another amazing coffee chat, guys, have a fabulous one and take care.